Ta-da! No, wait, it worked! It did work! Alright, so it doesn't work at all. Zebra. Hey everybody, my name is Bald Zebra and welcome to my YouTube channel. I've been loving Valheim since it started and I have around 200 hours at the moment, and last week I built a lighthouse. I have many more things on the way, but if you'd like to see those, come on by my channel at www.twitch.tv/baldzebra, or come on by and watch more videos on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. So the first thing I start doing is trying to lay out the foundation. Now the foundation isn't that hard to do and you don't want to waste too much stone, but I find that if you point the hoe at the top corner where you want it to be, not where you want it to start, but where you want it to end up, it's a lot easier to keep it even and to keep it at the level you want without wasting stone over and over and over. Now all I'm doing for the foundation is turning those two wide blocks 1 degree each time, 1 degree each time, 1 degree each time, just so that they keep connecting in a circle all the way around. Because if I do that, I know that if where I start, it'll end up in the same spot. Doesn't matter if it gets a little water in the bottom right now because we'll be living way up top. And I can flatten this all later. So I'm just going to layer after layer after layer. And we'll see what happens. When I get to the top, I know I'm going to want to pinch it, but I'm not sure how that's going to lay out yet. So this is all repetition, of course, but this is where I get some of my joy, because the repetition of the pattern over and over creates a really cool effect in the end. Even if you do something kind of wonky or kind of wrong in a way, when you finish it up, if you've done it wrong everywhere in a design like this, it tends to look pretty cool, even if it's not exactly what you had imagined in the beginning. Now the stairs were a little weird. I wanted the stone stairs to only be halfway out, so I had to snap half of them through the floor, and then snap those other two wide block pieces through them to make sure that they took up half the space of their footprint. Because since I knew I'd be going inward at some point, I wanted them to be the widest part, would be where the stairs started, and then slowly get smaller as it went up. I remember the whole time I was doing this, I kept thinking, am I going to put windows here? Am I going to put windows here? Am I going to put windows here? Just like you would see in a lighthouse, those little small windows that have like little half a block missing, rounded top. But I couldn't bring myself to do it. Every time I thought about doing it, I thought it was just going to ruin my pattern and everything would fall apart. So we might add some at some point, but right now I'm happy with the way it turned out. So once we get up to this part, since I built stairwells before that circle around, I know that if I leave that one stone, it's going to fall apart. So I turned it into wood, even though that's not the top part of where I want everything to be stone. That first stair step needs to be wood, otherwise it'll crumble and fall and ruin my world. I've done that a couple times already, so let's stop that happening. The top part of the lighthouse is going to be wood. For a couple reasons. One, it'll look cool. And two, I can't build any higher. It's stone. Once you get up this high, you have to start building with wood. Otherwise, everything starts falling apart. That's why everything is changing color when I start building it. The green ones mean that it's supported relatively fully. Red means it's supported almost not at all. Now, I had built a wall on the outside of those 1 block wide stone pieces, and I had attached the stairwell to that. But I didn't like the way it looked because it left this really wide gap. So I ended up snapping the wall, the wood wall, to the inside of that stone piece, and then removing the outside wall that you kind of see me doing here. Hard to picture in the sped up version, but it'll look a lot better if those things are tighter, without gaps in between. Now, once we get to the inside, it's starting to look kind of like a lighthouse right now. When you got those 2 tiers, everything's stacking, you can already kind of see it starting to take shape. Not there yet, but it'll be there soon. I didn't want to hiccup and fall through the stairs, as you do sometimes when like the front of your toe clips a stair and then you fall all the way down on the outside. So I added these little 1 block pieces in between the stair so that I wouldn't fall through. I did the same thing with the stone, but I don't think I showed it in the video because it became really tedious to watch me kind of finnick back and forth and back and forth and back and forth at high speed to get this stone to snap in the right spot. I remember here thinking that this was going to be the top of the lighthouse, but then it looked better if I did at least 1 more level. And I put a workbench underneath there so I can continue to working on the top, but you would never see it. So that level kind of serves as like a dual purpose. Right now the workbench is sitting underneath that overhang over there so I can keep repairing my tools while I'm building this lighthouse. Sometimes that's a bit of a pain, but you can find solutions and you can always build through it in this kind of game. Alright, finally back to daytime. Having to collect minerals and resources during the night and trying to keep this going is why you see big jumps between daytime, nighttime, daytime, nighttime. And often you change your mind while you're doing something and things change slightly, and then the whole design always alters as you're building it. Now the circular roofs, just like the circular floors, work really well, but you have to sometimes snap through the gaps and make sure that you're filling those in. Once you do, man, it really looks so nice. Something about the circle has like a good challenge, but I get a big payoff in the end when I see it come together. Sorry about all the emotes they just throw random across the screen. If you join our Twitch channel, there's a lot of enjoyment that goes on in the chat. People are always happy, so see those frequently joining our conversation. So we had a hard time getting the center supported, so what we had to do is break a hole through the side of the lighthouse, go in through the center, and put those iron wood supports throughout the top in order to, so that we could put the hearth on top. Once we put the hearth on top, it supported and lit up really, really well. And then that allowed us to support the center of the lighthouse so that not only could we put a roof all the way to the middle, we could support a center roof on top of that and have an escape route for smoke. to be honest, my most favorite part of the lighthouse is this top that looks almost like a rose top when it all snapped together. It spun around really nicely, just like a lot of petals. And from far away, it looks even better. I keep thinking about putting lights up there. I hope you've enjoyed this lighthouse build brought to you by Bald Zebra. If you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe or join us daily on www.twitch.tv/baldzebra. And as always, have a wonderful day. Thank you.